Number 5, Andrew Graff. Number 21, Garrett Muller. And number 34, Ben Schneider. The Spartans are coached by Joe Rux. And now the starting lineup for the Oregon Panthers. Number 12, Evan Miles. Number 14, Caden Diaz. Number 23, Vaughn Carvala. Number 30, Casey Schenecker. And number 34, Jack Rolsey. The Panthers are coached by Chris Siebert.
Well, guys, you know what time it is now. Panthers and Spartans going to go to battle here in the regional semifinal here at Oregon High School. A packed house here at Oregon. Student section looking massive as ever. They got the bleachers up here behind us down. We'll see how those fill up. Got the youth over there in the back wall like we saw against Mount Horeb. It's time to jump it up. Schenecker versus Ben Schneider. And the Panthers are off to start this one. Diaz going to bring it up for the Panthers. First possession here. Schenecker off the back cut. Good defense from Spartans. It'll stay with Oregon, but it's out of bounds by Sean Kelly, the 6'1 senior, who will match up against Schenecker. So mismatch there based off a roster listing.
It looks like the Spartans are going to be bringing a lot of ball pressure. Not going to be making the passes easy. Got to be strong with the ball for the Panthers today. Got to limit turnovers.
There we go. Early start. And the Panthers on the board first at the hands of Casey Schenecker. Gets loose off of the inside, wide open under the basket. Carvala got to deny the baseline here. They send it out topside for Sean Kelly. Now swing it back right for Schmenda. He will drive, flip it up with the right hand, no good, and a miss on the first possession for the Spartans. Panthers back to work. Tried to go inside to Miles. It's going to go out of bounds off of Schmenda, and Miles will inbound the basketball here for Oregon.
Not a bad look from Schenecker there, just a little late. Defense got back in time.
Panthers got to go to somebody. They get it into Rolsey here. Jack takes a couple of Spartans players to his backside. Now Miles inside working with the right, and just what the doctor ordered. Evan Miles, like Blanky talked about, that two-footed finish, two-handed finish as well.
It's going to be a fun matchup between Miles and Schmenda down there when the Panthers on offense.
Diaz will defend Kelly on the outside. Now Carvala. Schneider loses, pulls up for a mid-range jumper. Tough finish there. That one made that look a lot easier than it was. Miles down the court. Schmenda walling up defensively. Miles, and one already. And Evan fired up after the finish.
What a start from Evan Miles.
Matt Schmenda, no small man, maybe listed at just 6'2", but he is built just like Evan. These two are pretty similar body types, 6'1", 6'2", and all muscle.
You have to imagine Rolsey gets the rebound.
Big rebound, but jump ball is going to be forced, and in turn, the ball will be sent to the Spartans.
Spartans basketball.
Not sure why Rolsey put that one on the ground, but I was going to say that I have to imagine Brookfield East was preparing for Miles all week. Come in and get a couple of early buckets is big for Miles, especially with Schmenda probably their best defender on him.
Of course, Miles waiting to see if he going to get the honors of All-Conference Player of the Year for the Badger West. A block from Miles. That's going to go off of Diaz, out of bounds.
He's playing like a Player of the Year in the conference right now. That's
Stars
for sure.
come out in the playoffs, and Evan Miles showing out early. Just under 2 minutes into this first half still. Early going, 4-point Panther lead. Right side there, that's Andrew Graff. He works on Miles, kicks. Now the drive, kick outside. Schneider, his three, no good. Miles the rebound for Oregon. Took off inbounds, the Spartans press, but, or I mean, like a light press, but.
Yep, just a little man-to-man.
Off of rebounds, they get right back on defense. Their pass inside attempted for Schenecker, out of bounds it goes, and ball's gonna go back to Brookfield East.
a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Right idea for Miles, just fired it in there a little quick for Schenecker to catch.
Good dump off to Schneiders. Carvalho will defend now. Driving kick,
Yep.
Andrew Graff in an offensive moving screen. Garrett Mueller the call. Great job for the Panthers. They get the ball back once again.
It's a good call from the ref there. Just a little dribble handoff, but it ran right into the defender. It wasn't set whatsoever. Definitely a moving screen.
Miles will work again for Oregon here. They want Carvalho. He's going to cut. They throw a lob to Carvalho, able to come down with it, attempting to get the finish. Relsey tried to slap that one to Vaughn, but Brookfield East comes up with it. Now Schmenda works right for Graff. Back to Schmenda. He'll drive on Schenecker, and a foul is going to be on the floor. I think they're going to get
foul number 30, Schenecker is first.
Going to get Casey Schenecker on the foul, the team's first foul. So still early going here. They go to the far corner, wide open. Three is good, and from the hands of Garrett Mueller.
Relsey just lost his man there. Can't happen on the inbounds.
Miles drives, goes to Carvalho, who is blocked up top by Ben Schneider. Carvalho went up for the layup, which was a smart play. Here's the runner, no good from Schmenda. Schenecker, good defense. And
Case has been great on Schmenda so far. Gonna have to keep that up for sure.
Schenecker, they go to Relsey. He's forced outside by Schneider. Relsey will drive, spin, lose the ball. Has to get it out to Miles. Now inside for Schenecker, and a good job by Casey getting that one up while still in the air. Schmenda didn't have enough time to get with a chance to block. Now Andrew Graff with it, almost traveled there, able to keep his footing. Now it's Mueller. Miles still defending Graff, and another offensive foul as Andrew Graff extends the arm, and Miles goes falling backwards. Don't know if it's as much Andrew Graff as a good sell by Evan Miles, but certainly extending the arm at the very least.
Yeah, really good job moving his feet on defense. Looked like Evan might have just got off balance, but definitely might have extended the arm, and that's why I think Miles got the call there.
Now Miles will work inside. Tough pass. Schenecker can't get there, and got in the court. Schmenda will go. Carvalho! What a block!
What a block!
He saw it. He knew that one was coming all the way. Schenecker, and that one is good. Oh, my God.
How about the Panthers? My goodness.
What a block.
He was timing that one out the whole way. I thought there was no chance he was going to get to that. Oh, my goodness.
That was... Oh,
that's a freshman, folks. That is unbelievable.
I'm just watching this one here in the replay.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. Vaughn Carvalho, you love to see it.
Wow.
Pins match Schmenda, who thought he had a free layup at the other end. Then Panthers come right back down. Casey Schenecker with the right hand and a 5-point lead, and all the momentum in this building shifting for the Oregon Panthers early.
That's a really good job by Carvalho. He missed a couple layups early. They ran a really good Iverson cut for him. Then he curled it, went around for the lob. I thought that was a great play. Just didn't finish it. And then he got blocked on the next layup, but he kept his head up, went and got that block on defense.
Got his get back for sure.
Absolutely.
10-5 is the Panther lead, just 4 minutes into this one. On that last possession, Quentin Bush and Braden Hermsdorf checked into the game. Pull-up is going to fall through for Andrew Graff, his first points of the night. Jack Relsey and Caden Diaz were the ones who subbed out. Miles loses his dribble, now tipped away by... That's a travel for sure there, coming off Sean Kelly. So Miles, good job staying in front of Kelly, forcing that TOV.
Yeah, did a great job hustling back. You could hear Siebert yelling out, don't foul to Evan. Can't afford him getting in foul trouble.
Panthers got to get help. Timeout, Coach Siebert. Nobody comes to help with that inbounds, and a wasted timeout there from the Panthers. Evan Miles had 2 defenders on him in that dead man's corner, and Schenecker was not going to throw that pass, but you can't risk that 5 seconds and a turnover, so Siebert's got to use the timeout here.
On the dead balls and made baskets, I think Brookfield East is going to get up and pressure. Panthers haven't been ready for it yet. It's something they got to work on. I'm sure Siebert's going through that in the timeout right now.
Both teams have used 1 timeout so far. Brookfield East has 3 fouls, and Oregon has just the 1.
Yeah, a little unusual for both teams to have called a timeout within the first 5 minutes of the game. You don't really see that often in a high school game.
Press comes again from East. Probably gonna something they're gonna see pretty much all night. They go to Miles off the inbounds. Evans gonna put the ball on the floor. Should have a pretty easy time to bring it up. He drives on Kelly. Hermsdorf puts that one up, no good, and a foul against Schenecker.
That's a bad foul for Schenecker. That's his second. Really not a smart play on a loose ball right there.
Brookfield East fans want a foul on Miles on the extension of the arm. A lot of dads over there in that student section yelling.
Siebert didn't get Casey out soon enough. He's got to be really, really careful not to foul here.
Yeah, already with 2 fouls. Carvalho will wall up here. Schneider flips that one up, air ball. Kelly comes up with the rebound and one off the layup. Hermsdorf fouls him and Kelly gets the layup to go.
Hermsdorf's going to have to do a better job of boxing out. He was just ball watching right there. Let the smaller Sean Kelly get in front of him and get the rebound.
McCorkle into the game for Schenecker, and now Nolan Tabasco, the 6'6" senior, will check in and send Muller to the bench. So size advantage, Brookfield East. Free throw is good for Kelly. Panthers tie game now. It's just 5 minutes in. Hermsdorf sets a screen. Kelly picks that one. Miles able to keep hold of it. Leaves Kelly in the dust. Finds Hermsdorf low, out of bounds. Good defense by Graff. Really good ball pressure so far, all from both teams, especially from Brookfield East. Just lots of long-armed defenders.
Miles is having to deal with quite a bit of ball pressure right now. It's bothered him a few times. Panthers going to be stronger with the passes.
Go up with the left hand. Tough finish there.
Good
Through
job
the
from
contact
Hermsdorf.
of Matt Schmeinda.
Yep. Looks like they were going to get another steal, but Hermsdorf did a good job of going and getting that pass, making sure they couldn't steal it.
Graff kicks to Kelly, who drives and passes that one through to Tabasco. Tabasco works on Hermsdorf, right-handed. Fall away is good. A little post turnaround jumper is good. A one-handed push for the Panthers. They go to Evan Miles here. He will drive and lose it. Carvalho able to keep it in control. He goes to Quentin Bush. Jab step, yeah, it's a travel.
Yep. Panthers are certainly just a little flustered with the pressure right now. Something they'll get used to over the course of the game for sure. George
Manman in the game for the first time. He takes the place of Quentin Bush. Just an extremely deep Panther team now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys you could justify, probably maybe even 7 off of that bench for the Panthers. And of the 5 starters, there's 12 guys I wouldn't be upset seeing playing in this playoff game.
Good outlet from Miles.
Carvalho loses it, unfortunately. Back on the court, Schneider. Extra here to Graff, back to Schmeinda. Screen set, McCorkle fights through it, goes baseline, the kick up top for Kelly. Lots of good ball movement from East. Graff fighting, and Miles, good wall up. Now Kelly, top of the key. Tie game, Graff goes baseline, pull up, floater is good, and Brookfield East, I believe, has their first win of the night. Ivan Miles once again works on Kelly, gets it stripped again. That has happened quite a few times so far. Through the contact, not able to get it to go. Nolan Tabasco, but he's going to shoot a couple of free throws here for a chance for a 4-point Brookfield East lead.
Miles is going to have to be more sure with the ball, maybe a little bit less dribbling at the top of the key. The ball pressure from Brookfield East has just been phenomenal so far, giving
Kelly
them some issues.
Tipped that ball out of his hand on numerous occasions so far.
It's not something we've seen from Miles in any game all year.
Schenecker going to take the place of Carvalho. Tabasco missed the first, so will be a one-possession game. The second is going to fall for Nolan Tabasco.
A bit of a risk here from Coach Siebert, putting Schenecker back in with 2 fouls. He's going to have to be smart.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, or we're going to be without him for quite a while. McCorkle, good pass to Hermsdorf, and the layup is good, and Panthers back within 1 now. Braden Hermsdorf done a great job so far in the low post.
Great backdoor from McCorkle. Panthers are going to have to do a lot of that if Brookfield's going to be up the line like they have been. Back cuts are going to be wide open.
Deep three is off from Kelly. Not the most well-advised shot, and Miles picks up his dribble. We're going to need some help. Goes to the low side for Schenecker. He spins, left hand to travel.
Wow. Looked pretty clean to me. That's a move Schenecker's made 100 times before. I'm not sure if he's been called for a travel.
Would have been a big momentum shifter.
Yep.
Had it fallen. It did actually, but unfortunately for the Panthers, travel called first. Hermsdorf and Miles go to the bench. In place are Relsey and Patterson.
Ooh.
Good pass from Graff. Now the extra to Schmenda inside, and Tabasca's fouled on the floor by Patterson.
Thought Casey made a bit of a risk there. I thought he could have picked up a third.
Panthers quickly pick up 4 fouls in a span of just 2 minutes. Panthers already going to have a sub into the game. Miles will take the place of Mim. So just a 20-second or so break for Evan Miles. Graff will inbound. They go right to Schneider and leave, and he gets that one to fall. 3-point lead again for East. Miles drives, right hand layup, not even close, and foul. I think on Relsey, perhaps on Miles. Yep, on Relsey.
Yeah, Panthers can't foul that far away from their own
Last
hoop.
foul to give as well for the Panthers.
Going to be putting Brookfield East at the line a lot here, just from trying to reach in on
with a lot
rebounds.
of good shooters.
Yep.
Nobody on this team, everyone probably on the court right now and on this team in general, capable free throw shooters. Here's Graff, good pass to Tabasco. He spins on Relsey, tries to step through now, finds Schmenda outside, misses the three. Panthers down 3, it's Patterson back the other way. Goes inside to Schenecker, Euro step, that's a tough move and a tough finish.
Really good finish from Schenecker.
But he gets it to go, and the lead back down to 1. Tight game so far. Graff inside, easy right-handed layup.
That's just too easy for the Panthers. Undisciplined, not playing help defense there.
Back the other way, Patterson goes to Relsey. Jack inside with the right and one. A extremely tough finish there for Jack Relsey. And he's gonna get a chance to tie this one back up.
It's really good from Jack. You love to see him play off 2 feet, play strong, finish towards the basket. It's a big thing for him. He's got length to finish around people. He just can't fade away.
Joe Stewart into the game for the first time. Nolan Tabasco back to the bench. Relsey gonna shoot the free throw, and we are tied again here at Oregon High School. It is 19-19 all.
I feel like neither team is lighting it up from 3. I'm not sure if we've seen a 3 go in yet. It's been interesting to see just a lot of 2-point shots going up.
Kelly made 1 3, that's the only one.
Okay.
Drive here from Thomas. He stops, has to turn around and find the pass there to Schneider, and now the extra over there to Kelly. Now a drive from Schmenda. He goes up with the right and is fouled by McCorkle. Schmenda going to shoot 2 free throws. The best overall player on this Brookfield East team going to shoot 2 free throws. Chance to get Brookfield East back in the front. No good off back iron for Schmenda.
Schmenda's just a little off today. Panthers did a really good job on defense. He's missed a couple of pretty good looks. Panthers gonna have to continue to hold him down. Schenecker and McCorkle have all played great defense on him so far.
Second one gonna fall for Schmenda, so 1 point Brookfield East lead. On that last sub opportunity, Carvala came into the game. McCorkle loses it, gonna need to keep it in. He's gonna go out of bounds. Another turnover for Oregon, and Miles talking to McCorkle here.
That was something the Panthers knew they would have to take care of. Turnovers coming into this game, they have not done a good job so far. If they can get that cleaned up in the second half, the end of this first half as well, they'll be in a much better spot to win.
Yeah, 10 minutes in now to the game. Still in the pretty early going. Carvala picks that one, but Schneider able to keep it in Brookfield Central or Brookfield East hands. Now a 3 fall away from Schmenda is buried. 4-point Brookfield East lead. There we go, Schmenda, his first 3. Panthers yet to get one to go. Schenecker inside, foul on the way up.
It's a good backup from Schenecker. Gonna have to see more of that again. It just feels like when they're back cutting, they're getting good looks at the rim. When they're not back cutting, they're getting turnovers, throwing the ball around the perimeter. Brookfield East has been in the passing lanes getting steals.
First one goes for Schenecker, smooth. George Mim back in the game for Rulsey, and Hermsdorf awaits Schenecker.
Schenecker's done a good job not picking up his third this far. Gonna get him out just to be careful here.
That foul was against Ben Schneider, an airball free throw from Casey Schenecker.
His first one looked really good.
Not something you
Not
expect
sure.
there. Hermsdorf an opportunity to check in because of the airball.
Hermsdorf has been good in his minutes so far. A couple of layups. He's done a good job just controlling the paint, moving side to side, getting open looks.
Graf finds Schmenda. Panthers down 3. McCorkle will defend the outside. Schmenda, couple steps inside the line now. Has to go back out. It's Kelly on the right now. Sends over to Schmenda. Drive, stop at the baseline. Panthers playing good defense this possession. Offensive foul on the floor against Joe Stewart at about the left block. Free throws for Schenecker, the 10th team foul for Brook East, so double bonus now for the Panthers. 2 more big free throws. Chance to put the lead back to 7. Casey's first is good.
It's been quite the response from the Panthers. I was getting a little worried. They got down 13-14 there. I thought
couldn't agree
Brookfield,
more.
yeah. I was a little worried they were going to run away, maybe get a 20-point lead before halftime, but great response.
Casey, another air ball. So 4 great swishes and then 2 air balls.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but he's a capable shooter, he's shown.
We are back, I'm told now, on the video, and here we go. Zone for the Panthers, just under 2 to go. Stewart finishes good. Pressure comes. They go to Miles, has to get up, loses it in the corner, and turnover, Brook East. It's Tabasco, no good. The follow from Schmeinda and a foul against Rulsey. Quick turn of events there for the Panthers, and Brook East a chance to put it back to 12.
Yep, they got it back down to 8. Let the ball get too easy into the middle of the zone. Miles was off balance catching the inbounds. I'm not sure why he tried to dribble it and he didn't have the ball. Just an easy steal. Not a really smart play.
Schmeinda's first is right through. No subs in a little while now for either side. About a minute and a half remaining in this first half. 11-point Brook East lead. Second coming now is also going to go, so lead back to 12. Panthers gotta get something here in this possession. It's Schenecker. He hands to Diaz. Diaz behind the back, pulls for 3. Need it. No good. Rebound goes to Rulsey for the Panthers. Graff overcommitting there. Thought the ball was going to go to Von Carvala. Now Rulsey outside the right wing. Loses and took it away. Too much dribbling for a big man there, Rulsey.
Way too much dribbling. I thought Diaz might have forced it. He was looking to get one up, his first shot attempt of the game.
Not an awful shot.
Yep.
I like honestly,
the shot.
where I was from my position, it looked like it might fall, but
I agree,
too strong.
Rulsey did a good job hustling to get the rebound, but just dribbled way too much.
Clock below a minute now, and Brook East taking a long time here. Might go for last. The possession starting with over a minute left. Not something you typically see, but the Panthers are not going to pressure that hard. So clock down to 40 now. Miles defend the outside, and they send it over to Graff. Brookfield East is trying to get last and get a 15-point lead before half or a 14-point lead. They go inside, pass tipped, but capped by East. Yeah, Panthers are just going to let them take this clock out. Coach Siebert wants to stop at a 12-point deficit before the half, thinks his team can work back into it. So Brook East going to get a shot attempt with 15 clock down. It's Graff, probably their best 3-point shooter. Wide open, straight away, 3 is good. Panthers got to get something to go. Down to 2, Schenecker going to pull up before the half. And buries it before the half. Big shot,
Big
good.
shot.
Needed it, and the lead's going to be 12 before the half as Casey Schenecker buries the deep 3, but Brookfield East is going to go to the half with a 12-point lead.
All right, Panther fans, listen up. Our very own Luke Marks will be featured as part of one of the voices of Panther Sports on Oregon Life, March 5th, airing at 9 a.m. right here on OCA Media. So that's this Sunday, Luke's birthday. Tune in. Great little feature on Luke. He does a great job here at the OCA, so a little shout out to him.
Once again, 12-point lead for Brook East here before the half, 46-34 on the Taurus Insurance scoreboard, and we will be right back with the start of the second half in a few minutes. You're watching Panther basketball on OCA Media Sports. See you in a few minutes.
We truly appreciate the support of our family, friends, school, and community. Tonight, they will be performing their cheer dance routine.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's WIAA Division I regional matchup between the Oregon Panthers and the Brookfield East Spartans. Panther basketball is brought to you by Doopy Service Center, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And by the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be a part of something great. Support our student athletes. We'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor for Panther basketball, Taurus Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance, locally owned since 1978. Well, I have just been informed of the halftime score over in Hamilton. Score there is 48-45 Verona over Hamilton, who that is the other side of the regional, who we'd be playing tomorrow night. The winner of this one, of course, Brookfield East up 12 at halftime. A great last 10 minutes of the half for East, and they kind of fired off on all cylinders once we hit about 10-minute mark, and Panthers never really recovered. A big about half-court heat from Schenecker before the end of the half kept the Panthers within 12, and they got to get something going.
Yeah, Panthers opened up real strong. They looked good. Kind of just had a bit of a lapse in the middle of the half. Too many turnovers. You see 46 points for Brookfield, and you can't help but think their defense needs to be better, but I think turnovers can solve that. They're not shooting it terribly. They're just not getting shots up every possession. That's hurting them a little bit. So definitely not a lead they can't come back from.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of Panther comebacks before.
Yep. See a big Vaughn Carvala half here. He was quiet in the first half, had that big block. Didn't do much on offense, though.
Yeah, did he score?
I don't believe
he
so,
did.
But I'm sure Brookfield East came in
He had
wanting
that big
to shut
block,
him down.
that's about it. I don't think the Panthers attempted that. Besides the Schenecker three, that's the only thing they attempted all half, I'm pretty sure. No, Mim got one and Diaz got one.
Yep. I think those might be the only ones.
I do want to apologize now before we start the second half for that big technical error. The internet up here crashed. There's so many people in this gym tonight, and we got everything figured out, and hopefully should stay in the green for the rest of the night, hopefully. So McCorkle will start out the half here in place of Rulsey. Through pass, Miller, three is good, and starting the half is Garrett Miller.
The Panthers back in the man-to-man. Oh,
That's
boy.
out of bounds into the student section, and Cole Krieger gets drilled the basketball over there out of the hands of Casey Schenecker. Not a start the Panthers would have liked. They got to get a couple stops and a couple scores. There's no other two ways about it. Kick, drive from Muller, loses his footing, able to not quite pick his feet up. They swing it over to the left side for Kelly. Back to Schmainda, now to Graff in the left wing. He drives through McCorkle with the right hand, and layup won't fall. Luckily for the Panthers. Here comes Diaz with the right hand. The layup is good. Big make for Diaz, beats the Spartans down the court and finishes through the pressure.
Big swing there, missed layup, and then a layup on the other end. Panthers could have gone down by 17, but down to 13 instead. That was big.
Here at the top is Schneider. He drives left on Carvala inside. Carvala, great discipline, staying low, and Schenecker able to come up with the rebound.
It is really hard to score over Vaughn. His arms are just so long.
McCorkle loses it, able to keep
Ooh,
control.
Wow,
what a pass.
Oh
Schenecker
my gosh.
misses the layup.
Wow.
That is a big miss for Casey Schenecker. Pull up is good from Graff, and another 4-point swing.
Yep, right back the other way.
Miles spins inside, passes to Schenecker. This time gets it to go. Another tough pass from Miles, and a wide open layup for Schenecker. He's kind of capitalized off a couple of those tonight. Fortunately missed that open layup, but the lead back to 13. Need a couple more scores in a row. Schmainda drives. Right hand, oh wow.
That's a tough finish.
That is a really tough make there.
I thought he would have gone up with the left.
Miles in
reverse.
trouble. Finds Diaz. Big three is good.
Good shot by
Big
Diaz.
shot by Diaz is good. Lead cut to 12.
Full time
Feels
out.
wrong. Should it be 10? No.
12.
Yeah, because he made that
Made the layup. Yep.
layup. Yep, okay. Yeah. Well, back to 15 because Schmainda made that tough shot. And then Diaz, a big three, cutting it to 12. Panthers got to get a couple more stops and scores if they need to climb back into it. Chance on the next defensive stop and offensive possession to cut this lead to single digits.
Diaz with a big start to the half, 5 points quick. After not scoring the first half, that's big from him. If he can keep it going, somebody's got to get hot from 3, get the Panthers back into the game, make a few in a row here. Looks like Diaz might be the guy.
Diaz was really, really quiet to end the season, last 6 or 7 games, and shooting at an abysmal clip, and he acknowledged that wholeheartedly for the last couple of weeks that I haven't been around him. He's been really upset at himself, not doing very well, but hopefully tonight is the start of a new little run for Caden Diaz. Hopefully the Panthers climb back into this one, and he's a big part of that. Down 12, that's just 4 possessions.
Absolutely. With the way the Panthers can shoot the ball, whether it's Diaz, Carvala, McCorkle can shoot it. He's been out a while, but he can shoot it. Evan can make it. You saw Casey make the one. Yep.
Every player on this Panther roster, a capable shooter besides perhaps Braden Hermsdorf, who actually, to the surprise of some of you, actually is a capable shooter, but they don't want him shooting the ball. I've been told next year, though, it's going to be a different story. Braden Hermsdorf might be chucking a couple of threes.
Back in his zone a little bit, it looks like.
I like this. They did well in the zone.
Yeah, it just looks like the top 2 are matching up, switching sides a little bit when they need to.
Yeah. Kind of a modified zone, I don't know, something.
Yeah. 2-3, just kind of moving around a lot.
So longer possession here. Panthers playing well defensively. It's Andrew Graff, the right wing. He works on McCorkle. Steps in, steps back out. Now drive. Miller, Carvala tips that one. Can keep it in bounds. Down the court he goes with the right hand. Can't get it. The follow gonna fall. 10-point game.
Yeah.
That's a great concentration by Vaughn Carvala. Knock that one back through the hoop.
It looks like a little bit of a matchup zone here for the Panthers. Casey's just roaming in the paint. Everyone else is matched up a little bit.
Student section getting loud with that defense chant. The drive from Schmeinda. Stops, kicks back out to Miller. Not a Graf, screen set. Miller goes inside. Schenecker, luckily not drawing the foul, but wide open 3 for Miller is short.
Big miss
Schenecker
there.
the rebound. That's a big 3, and that is a big miss. Diaz wide open, corner 3 is blocked.
And
there, Schneider got a piece of it.
He is just about as lengthy as Carvala. I thought Diaz was going to get that one off. I was hoping it was going to go in. Felt like it might have.
Listed at 6'4". Panthers don't have heights on their roster, but I know Vaughn Carvala is at least 6'4" from standing next to him. Timeout. Brook East coach not liking what he's seeing these last couple possessions in the Panthers matchup zone, as you called it. 10-point game. Panthers starting to climb back into it a little bit. Need to keep these couple last possessions going and get some scores and some stops, as we've seen. That would have been a big 3. I think Diaz, I don't know, if I was a betting man, I would have put money on him making that 3 if he wouldn't have got blocked.
I thought it was going down. I was a little surprised to see it get blocked for sure.
Diaz, especially, he's got a high arcing shot.
Yeah.
Not one that you would expect to see blocked, whereas maybe a guy like Jack Roll sees much as he's a pretty tall dude. He's got a pretty laser beam 3-point shot. Just a quick little 30-second conversation for the boys on Brookfield East.
Probably talking over the matchup zone. I like the matchup zone from the Panthers. I did not know they had that, if I'm being quite honest. I didn't know they had practiced that at all, but it's looked good.
Not something I saw last year from you guys.
No, we never ran zone. I mean, we ran zone for maybe 2 possessions all year. Our man-to-man
zone
defense.
Period.
Yeah.
Your man-to-man. You guys were a defensive team, and your man-to-man defense. You guys were an offensive team, but your man-to-man defense was where it was at.
Right.
You combine this year's defense and last year's offense, and you have a special squad.
Absolutely.
Here on the outside, Miller kicks to the corner for Graff. Panthers, I look like maybe switch back into man-to-man. They definitely did.
No, I think that's just the matchup zone.
Yeah.
Casey's, if you look at Casey in the middle of the paint there.
Yeah, you got a point.
He'll just stand
Miller
there.
wide open again, fires long.
Yep.
Schenecker comes down with it.
Panthers are going to live with the 3-point attempts right now, it looks
Especially
like.
from Miller, but
my.
Miles loses it. And unfortunately, Schmeinda comes up with it. Good control by him.
Evan has got to be better with the ball. That is just way too easy of a turnover to have right now.
In the corner, it's Graff. Now they send it to the other side. Schmeinda. Diaz will guard him out there on the wing. McCorkle meets Graff on the high side.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Panthers are guarding Kelly at all. Bit of a non-shooter.
The drive from Schmeinda kicks back out to Kelly. Now Miller steps inside, back out to Schmeinda. Gonna miss that 3. Carvala back down the other way, and a foul. against Garrett Miller. Panthers stringing back together a couple stops, but stagnant offensively the last couple possessions.
Matchup zones
Miller
definitely
goes
giving them
to
problems.
the bench. Tabasca into the game. For the Panthers, it's McCorkle and Quentin Bush trading places.
I think Tabasco might be in to give them some post touches on offense. That's a way they can beat the zone, get it in. Casey will be guarding Tabasco in the inside.
Evan Miles steps through contact, loses it, staying with Oregon. Luckily.
An interesting play there. Looked like Brookfield wanted to foul on Miles. Miles
out of bounds off Miles.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been off on him.
Not much to see there to warrant the out of bounds call against Brookfield East. Diaz at the top will throw it to the corner for Carmela. Vaughn going to try a three. It's short, and great box out for Andrew Graff, the maybe not even 6 foot. Now Tabasca inside, big finish there for him, back to 12-point lead. Another swing, now Miles inside, and an offensive foul. Put the shoulder down. Miles able to get that one to go, but again, Evan, a very strong guy, and he puts his head down, and you got a guy like Andrew Graff down there who's 5'11", 160, 150 pounds. He's going to be pushed around a little bit, which is going to give a lot of refs offensive foul calls.
Definitely looked like he might have pushed off a little, but don't know if it warranted the charge. Miles did get the one the first half, pretty similar plays. So
Patterson subbed in for Miles during that last timeout. Panthers got to get a stop here. Like more man-to-man style, maybe not. Still Casey staying low.
I think more of the man-to-man now with Tabasco. Just
tough make for Schmainda there. Absolutely a great player. Like they had, like the media's talked about for the last week leading up to this matchup. Matt Schmainda. Now they try to give it to Quentin Bush. He's able to keep it in bounds. Now Quentin finds Carmela, guarded by Graff. Spins, shovel pass to Schenecker. Step through with the right. That's going to be a travel. Panthers, again, stagnant offensively. 3 subs are in. Carmela, Schenecker, and somebody else has to come out of the game.
Yep.
They got 6. It's
Diaz.
Diaz.
Yep.
There we go. And Rulsey, Hermsdorf, and Miles back in. Panthers got to get some stops and scores. At this point in the game, with only 11 and a half to go, it's starting to look bleak for the Panthers. Andrew Graff pulls up, no good, and Hermsdorf comes away with the board. Panthers going to go quickly in transition. Evan Miles works through contact and is fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming for the Panthers, number 12.
Good job by Miles pushing the ball. A bit of a secondary transition, not really a live ball turnover or anything, but it looked like Graff kind of had a half-hearted steal attempt in the backcourt, so Miles was able to just push it all the way up the court.
Miles' first is no good. Big miss there from Miles. Panthers got to capitalize on the opportunities when they're giving them. Just a second team foul for Brook East, so after the very physical first half, only 3 total fouls collected so far. In the second half, Miles puts the second one through, a 13-point Brook East lead.
Panthers are going to need every point they can get from here on out.
Yeah. Got to battle back for the right to go to the regional final. It's Graff. He goes to Schmainda. Back to Graff. Quentin Bush defends. Graff inside. No good. Hermsdorf tips it out to Quentin Bush. Now ahead to Rulsey. Jack goes baseline. Spins. That's pretty easy steal for Schmainda there. Rulsey has been picked a couple times.
Yeah. Spun right back into him. You could see it coming. Only one who didn't see it coming was Rulsey. He had his back to him.
Now dump off inside to Tabasco. He has his back to Hermsdorf, fighting through. And Tabasco certainly throwing a lot of elbows and shoulders.
Yeah.
But the ball stays with Brook East.
Hermsdorf was doing a good job being physical. Tabasco, a senior, 6'6". Hermsdorf not quite as tall and just a freshman, so he's doing a good job battling.
Now at the top of the key. Pull up is no good from Schmainda. Schenecker waiting to check in.
Likely going to see Schenecker for the rest of the game. He's got 10 more minutes. He's got to come back if he wants another game in his high school career. You got to figure he's going to bring it his all. All these seniors, all the freshmen, Diaz out there, the junior, they're all going to have to bring it here.
Miles loses it and out of bounds off the attempted save from Kelly. We'll just get a score update here for this Verona versus Hamilton game, but I'm not finding much. Inbounds to Patterson. Eric in the right corner. Dribbles left with it, finds Quentin Bush off the cut. Blocked by Tabasca. Hermsdorf the rebound. Miles will work on Kelly. Finds Schenecker, loses it. Patterson controls.
Ooh.
Travel.
I'm not sure. I didn't see the travel. He definitely might have. I think I just took my eye off of it. Could have dragged his back foot. I just didn't see it.
13-point Brook East lead, the same as it was to start the half. Full timeout here for, I believe, the Panthers. Maybe Brook East, though.
Yeah, Brookfield timeout.
Yep. So still with 9.5 to go, but the Panthers are going to need something special.
Their defense has been much better. They only gave up 11 points, I believe, this far, but the offense just hasn't brought it. They had a good spurt to start the half, but ever since it's been pretty even back and forth.
So as of 11 minutes ago, at the 12-minute mark in the game, Hamilton led by 5. Still trying to keep getting updates for you guys. Trying to find a stream, actually.
We'll see if the Panthers get back in the matchup zone now that Schenecker's back in the game. Could have been something I talked about at the timeout. Have to imagine Siebert drew up a play. Panthers in desperate need of a basket. I feel like they haven't got one to go in a while. They've made a couple free throws, but I feel like it's been a while since they made a field goal.
Andrew Graff going to start it off here for Brook East. He drives right corner, now baseline extra to
Great
Schmenda,
defense.
and offensive foul charge taken by Miles. Schmenda lowers that shoulder.
And we got some big, strong guards in this game, and they're just pushing off too much right now.
Harvilla in for Patterson here.
Siebert calling out a play here for the Panthers, looking to get an easy one.
Miles dumps to Schenecker at the elbow. Casey out of the left elbow. Quentin Bush in the corner. They're pretty quiet. That's a travel.
The Panthers have got to stop traveling. It's killing them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Panthers just, I don't know the last time they scored, but it has certainly been a couple of minutes.
They ran a little horn set there. That play's been in the program for a while now. We've ran that quite a few years in a row. Just two bigs on the blocks, clearing out one side for Casey to drive left hand. Wasn't open there. Good defense from Brookfield.
Dump off to Tabasca. Hermsdorf walls up. Tabasca sends it through now to Graff. Extra to Schneider. Graff drives, steps out. Now back into the baseline, finds Tabasca. Puts his shoulder into Hermsdorf, who goes to the floor. Tabasca passed out of it. Now Hermsdorf walling up. Good defense by Braden. In the corner, it's Schmander.
Great defense here from the Panthers.
Long possession.
Brookfield to take it, absolutely. Waste some time.
Exactly. Up 13, you're comfortable with a long possession. Graff inside, doesn't finish. Then Graff
like it might have
upset
been
it,
a foul,
no call. Finds Miles. He goes inside, is picked, but a foul against Kelly on the reach. That'd be Kelly's second or third.
Thought Miles could have put up that three. Did a good job driving. Lucky he got the foul call, otherwise it could have been another turnover.
Joe Stewart in for Andrew Graff.
And McCorkle in for Bush. Bush has just looked a step slow on defense. He's got turned around a few times. Not sure what's happening there.
Hermsdorf receives DMI. I do have word now that Hamilton game's on NFHS, so I'm not going to be able to get a stream. Hermsdorf able to finish.
Hopefully that breaks the seal for the Panthers. Students are back up on their feet.
Okay, with 6 minutes to go. throwing her down 71-67. 7:42 still to go in our game. It's a 9-point Brookfield East lead. Panthers still got to get something going. McCorkle back into the game for Quentin Bush during that last sub chance. 3 for Schmeinda, no good. Panthers got to come up with this rebound.
Get on the floor.
Wrestling for it.
Good hustle from her.
Goes for it. Gets it.
Yeah.
And
timeout. All right.
Siebert.
Great hustle from Hermsdorf to poke that one free. I definitely thought McCorkle got fouled there.
I thought they were going to call something on him for sitting on Schmeinda, but I was about to be like, that's not a foul. You
looked like Schmeinda undercut him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Great hustle from the Panthers. Yeah. That's
a
big
rebound.
Very big.
Because Panthers now down 9, can cut this lead to their shortest in quite a while.
Down
cut
11.
This deficit. Or 11. Sorry, my math. Something else.
They can get it down to single digits
down
here.
To 8 or 9 for that matter, which is still the shortest they've had in a long time. Panthers got to string together a couple baskets now.
Anything can happen when you get it down to single digits. They just got to give themselves a chance. And they can do it for sure. As we've talked about, pretty good offense. Their defense has been spectacular in the second half.
I don't know how it's backcourt side out, considering the ball was timeout called in the front court. Now the ref's walking up with it, so he contradicts what I was saying. But I was going to say, timeout was called beyond the half-court line, so it should be front court side out.
That was quite the hectic possession.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, they granted the Panthers a timeout. I suppose maybe when McCorkle had the ball on the ground, they called it.
Gave him possession, I guess.
Yeah, because I think he passed.
I don't know
Schenecker.
about how much possession he had. If more of the ball was tipped up in the air from a couple of different hands going at it.
When he blew his whistle, Schenecker was just kind of bobbling it, so I was a little surprised, but they might have called it when McCorkle was on the ground with the ball.
They do go into Schenecker. Schneider going to meet him all the way in the backcourt. Casey dribbles past him. Inside to Hermsdorf. Hermsdorf on to Baska with the left.
The freshman.
With a big finish
Drawing
over the
up
big
a play.
fella.
Wow. How about that?
They get Hermsdorf a bucket, and the lead's back to single digits. Panthers need another big stop here. Schmeinda, left side. He goes past Miles, picks the dribble up. McCorkle sells out for that steal. They do recover.
Good help from Casey there.
Yeah.
Switch back here. Oh, no. Thought they could have.
Stewart thought about the 3 now. Schneider drives inside.
Good jump from Casey.
And it goes to the Panthers. Could have maybe justified a tech there for the slam. Some refs will give it to you.
I didn't see it. I looked away, but
it was the two-hand slam right back into his hand.
As long as you catch it, I think it's good. Just don't let it go back up.
Don't let it go back up in the air. Then you're probably going to get that tech.
Thought they might have called the foul, but Schenecker got the jump. Big play.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go with a foul call. Not that it was warranted. Here's Schenecker inside with the right. Can't get to go. Maybe an ill-warranted shot there early in the possession.
Good take. Just fell away from the basket a little bit.
That's going to be a foul against McCorkle on the floor. Panthers just their second team foul.
That's a fine foul.
Still only 6 combined for the team fouls, where in the first half I think we finished with about 16 combined team fouls. 16, maybe 18 I think it was actually. Tabasca out of the game. Diaz back in for Hermsdorf. Andrew Graff back into the game for Brook East. So size advantage pretty similar now as both of the big fellas come out of the game.
Panthers could look to be a little bit more aggressive here. They can afford to pick up a few fouls. If they can get some fast break layups, that'd be big.
They send it left side for Graff. He pulls up with the midi. Tough shot, no good.
Another stop.
Rebound falls to Schenecker. Now to Carvala. Big 3. Vaughn Carvala.
Wow.
It's good.
The freshman.
Lead to 6.
These two freshmen are showing up big here in the second half.
When they need it most, Vaughn Carvala buries a 3. Gotta still get a couple more stops, but the lead to 6. Through pass. Big 3 is no good for Kelly. You'll live with that.
That's what the Panthers want. They've been doing that the whole half.
Chance to get it to 1 possession. Miles. Hands to McCorkle. Gonna try a 3 of his own. It's no good. And the rebound is Schneider. Still a lot of time left now that they're down 6. I mean, not an awful take. Maybe a little bit deeper than I would have liked the 3. Graff kind of goes through. Flips it up. No good. Too strong. Panthers have a chance maybe for a 5-on-4 now. Graff recovers, but Schenecker inside.
Oh.
Jump ball.
Man.
Given, which is going to give Brook East possession. Lucky for East, as well as, of course, that jump ball they called down the other end for Panthers. So a couple of lucky jump balls granted for both sides, one each way now. Panther fans letting them hear it.
I feel like if Casey's able to get off a shot, maybe it's not a jump ball. He missed it regardless, but I guess it works out in the Panthers' favor. They get the possession arrow back.
Send it to Schneider, top of the key. Now over to Stewart. He drives, kicks to Kelly. Now to Schmeinda. Double comes. Now Panthers will recover. Schmeinda again.
Looks like Evans cramping up.
Yeah. And a foul for McCorkle because Evans cramping up. So Billy will foul him. Patterson going to come into the game. Yeah. Evan cramping up for sure. That left calf. Lisa gets the pickle juice out.
I'm sure he wants to be in there more than anyone, but
The pickle juice works wonders. He'll be back in just a couple seconds.
Have you done that before, pickle
Yep,
juice?
during football.
Football, yep. I've never done that. I never cramp much, luckily, but I don't think I would enjoy it.
Just my calves, to be honest. And that's a tough finish there for Joe Stewart. The lead back to 8. Diaz poked away, keeps it with the Panthers off the pass to Schenecker. Finds Carvala. Steps back, doesn't take the 3. Good closeout by Schneider. Clock down to 4 minutes. 8-point lead for Brook East. Panthers trying to stave off the upset. They go to McCorkle. He pulls for 3. It's going to be short.
Ooh, all right.
Foul on the floor against Joe Stewart. Will keep it with the Panthers. 5th Brook East team foul. So one more to give.
McCorkle's trying to get himself going here.
Timeout Panthers. 59-51. That's Horhurst Insurance scoreboard. 3:49 to go in the game. Panthers basically would need a score every possession is what you want. Not necessarily a necessity, but with lots of fouls to give, Brook East is going to have lots of chances to run off a couple seconds late in the game.
Yeah. I think the goal here for the Panthers is to hold Brookfield under 65 points. I think if they keep them at 65 or less, they just need 14 here in the last 4 minutes about. It's very attainable. They've been coming back. The defense has been absolutely phenomenal. They got to keep that up for sure. That's what's going to win them this game. At this point, with under 4 minutes, they got to get as many stops as possible and score, like you were saying, almost every time down. Not quite every time, but it's getting there.
Getting down to the wire here, Oregon High School. It's Brook East by 8. Checking on that score in Verona. Sussex up 3 with 3 minutes left, as up 5 minutes ago, so lots of time has passed since that last Evan Flood tweet who's over there at Sussex High School.
Another good one over there.
Ball into Carvala. Wants to dump it into Hermsdorf, he will. Trading a couple of guys, bring pressure, kicks to McCorkle. Miles still on the bench. Inside to Schenecker, tough finish.
Wow.
Man, what a like the foul call there,
Yeah.
but
Great post entry
back to
from McCorkle.
6. It's Graff. McCorkle going to meet him at the half-court line. Miles checks back in now. Here's Schmeinda, guarded by Schenecker. Back to Kelly. Stepping out is Schneider to receive. Now over to Schmeinda again. He works inside, and that's a tough finish.
Man.
Back and forth, Matt Schmeinda.
Hermsdorf just got to step over there and get to the rim a little bit quicker.
Schenecker inside, left hand, can't get it to go. That's a big miss there for the Panthers, down 8. McCorkle going to bring pressure as the clock goes under 3 minutes. Panthers need a stop. Any more scores and maybe curtains. Here is Stewart. Risky pass. McCorkle could have stolen that one. Stepping outside is Stewart. He goes inside and finds Schmeinda. It goes. Back to 10 with 2.5 to go. Panthers going to need something special now.
Casey just falling asleep on defense.
It's Diaz. He steps inside. The right-hand floater is too strong, and Brook East comes up with the board, and with 2:15 to go here in the regional semifinal. That's off of Brook East out of bounds.
Panthers brought a bit of a half-court trap there. You could see Siebert yelling out for it. Worked out nicely for them. Miles coming back in. Looks like he dealt with those cramps. Need a score here pretty bad.
Yeah.
Nearing 2 minutes, down double digits.
Perhaps got to even get a 3. We'll see what they draw up. They go inside to Hermsdorf. Puts it up with the right, fouled.
All right.
So 2 free throws coming for the freshman. Biggest shots of the game so far coming from the hands of number 41, Braden Hermsdorf. Hermsdorf, front end, gonna go.
Knocks it down. Clutch from the freshman.
Big make. Need another one here as the lead could get back to 8. It's good.
Wow, that looked beautiful.
Smooth
Need a stop
for
here.
Braden. Need a stop. They get it into Schneider relatively uncontested, and now Stewart bringing it up the court. Finally across half court he comes. Pressure comes from lots of Oregon defenders. Carvela
Good job from
comes
Vaughn.
away with the steal.
Great rotation. Oh, no, no, Vaughn.
And a big turnover there for the Panthers, down 8. One in Hermsdorf. Braden did not see ball. Ooh, with 41 seconds, Verona up with 1. Or I should say, Sussex up by 1.
Good hands from
Schenecker gets the
Casey.
steal, big steal.
Don't, Vaughn.
And poked away, but a foul.
Vaughn's going to shoot 2 here, get it within 6.
Big free throws coming. Vaughn Carvela, known for his 1-and-1s, but a chance to get the lead back to 6, which would put it at 2 possessions with a minute 40.
Vaughn had no idea that guy was coming up behind him there. I thought
Luckily,
they could
he
have
got
got a
a
steal.
piece of the hand.
Absolutely.
Carvela, his first is good. It's 1-and-1 still. 7 fouls for Brook East, but is bonus now. Panthers still well off of putting Brook East in the bonus. Carvela, 2 big free throws. Second one is short, and Hermsdorf will not come up with it. So they got to get a steal. It's poked away, out of bounds to Oregon.
Here we go.
Down 7, 139.
The pressure's getting to Brookfield East a little bit here.
They've committed a few turnovers in a row. Schenecker wants to inbound here. Plenty of time on that clock. Miles gonna come to receive, doesn't get it. So they go over the top to Carvela, far back in the backcourt. He dribbles ahead. Graf, heavy pressure. That's almost a turnover. McCorkle ahead. And that is a turnover. Schneider pokes it away. Graf ahead. And now back out to Graf. Panthers got a foul. Just with 3 team fouls, they got to do something. Timeout, Brook East. Minute 16 and a big turnover there. Panthers down 7.
Panthers defense has been forcing quite a few turnovers, but they're just handing it right back to Brookfield East. It's killing them.
Possession is with Verona, down 2.
All right.
About 30 to, with I don't know how much time left, but a chance to tie or win at the end there.
Been a phenomenal game over there.
Should be probably the ball in Gavin Farrell's hands. He's been a dog for Verona all year. He's been the guy this game.
Yeah.
Trey Poteet has made 2 game winners, the sophomore, but you got to go with your guy.
Yeah, so they got Drew Murphy, another great sophomore. Not sure.
That team is deep and is going to be deep for years.
Yeah.
Of course, the winner over there is going to play the winner over here. Minute 16 and Brookfield East in possession. Panthers going to need a miracle. Was looking pretty okay for them after a couple of turnovers, but Panthers could not get a bucket.
And those are killers. Just the gym was really getting excited with the turnovers they're forcing, but I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 straight possessions now, they've just handed it right back, and
A couple
you
of
can't
really
have it.
good defensive possessions, active hands, quick hands all over, just poking that ball out. And inbounding will be Joe Stewart. They get it into Graf. McCorkle will come to foul. Now 4 team fouls. Still 2 to give.
The Panthers are going to try and extend this game as long as they can. Still got a few more to give, of course. But Brookfield's going to have to shoot a lot of free throws. If they aren't knocking them down, the Panthers will get some more chances to get back into the game.
Inbounds to Graff. Ahead to Stewart. Ahead to Kelly. Clock down to a minute. Ball thrown to the backcourt, so it will be back.
I'm not sure if that was tipped.
Apparently it was. Apparently it was tipped. Clock down to a minute and 1 second.
McCorkle fouled out here.
Yep. In for him, Patterson. Interesting 5 for Oregon here. When you need a 3, you have Hermsdorf in the game. Miles ahead. Not able to come up with a steal. Graff loses it. Able to regain. Ahead now to Miller. Is fouled. Last foul to give. 53 seconds still to go. Panthers down to their last couple strands of hope. Down 7, 53.8 on the clock. Goes into Graff, double comes. Panthers looking to come up with a steal before they foul. They don't, it's ahead to Schneider, who's fouled. But during that, 11.1 seconds come off the clock just for 2 Schneider free throws. Or I should say 1 and 1 Schneider free throws.
Yeah, it looks like the Panthers are trying to foul at half court. Sievert's pleading to the officials that they were fouling, telling his players to foul harder. I agree with him. It looked like they were fouling him, but
first for Schneider, no good. It wasn't a shooting foul. It was a shooting foul.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was a little confused.
I forgot it was a shooting foul. I almost lost it too.
I was confused.
Garrett Muller out of the game. Back in for him, Andrew Graff, who came out, or I should say, actually, I think it was Joe Stewart who came out of the game. Second for Schneider is going to fall, so 8-point East lead. Miles will come down the court, inside to Carvala, through pass to Patterson, extra to Schenecker. Not taking a 3, just a layup.
Panthers will take that.
Lay a game. They get it in, and ahead to
got a foul.
Schmenda, you got to foul. Evan, you got to foul. You got to foul. You got to foul. You got to foul somebody. And they're fouling him now.
Oh,
timeout East. Wow.
I mean,
at 18 seconds, 6-point game.
I get going for the trap, but with less than 20 seconds left.
And you let about another 10 tick off the clock.
You could have put him at the line with, I don't know, say
25,
almost 30 seconds.
This one slipping away from the Panthers quickly. This 13 versus 4 matchup, a lot of people in the media picked the Brookfield East Spartans to upset, and perhaps it will come to fruition. We'll see. Sussex Hamilton does hold on by 2. Luther Smith, 33 for Hamilton, and they'll be moving on to regional final, whether it's here or at Hamilton. We'll see in just a few moments.
And if you follow kind of on Twitter, I know I saw a lot of it. There was not outrage, but some people thought that the seating wasn't exactly accurate here in this sectional. It's all computers now. It has been for the past 2 years, and a lot of people disagreed with the Panthers getting such a high seed. I can't say I completely disagree. I know players and coaches for the Panthers did not expect to get a 4 seed. They were expecting somewhere between 7 to 10. So it's quite a bit of a surprise, but they're in this one still, so they got to pull it out.
Ball in and a foul. Schneider going to shoot 1 and 1.
It would have been real big if they fouled on the floor last time. They did miss the front end of that, Schneider. That's hindsight. Hopefully he can miss this one on the front end.
First is good. Wow. Madison Memorial beat down at Brookfield Center.
Wow.
First was good from Schneider with 16-8. Lead back up to 8, or 7, I should say. Second is missed. Herms the rebound. Up to Miles. Gotta go. They go to Diaz. Just gotta shoot a three. Somebody's gotta shoot the three. Schenecker, step back, no good.
And that'll do it.
East the rebound, and your Panthers are gonna fall to Brookfield East. The upset, 13 versus 4, as Brookfield East is gonna win here at Oregon High School and play Sussex Hamilton tomorrow at Sussex Hamilton for the regional final. 2.8 to go. Jack Kreckman comes in, a senior on this team. In his last game, takes the place of Casey Schenecker. An early exit this Panther team was not expecting, but that's going to do it.
Yeah. Feel for Casey.
Feel for Evan.
Great buddy of mine. He's put in a lot of work. Surprised Evan didn't know, so here comes Evan's sub, yep.
Grant Walwright going to come in. Feel for Evan, you feel for Billy and Quinton, who didn't get much of the end of their season. You feel for Noah Malcook as well, who his first year on this team, but had some big possessions. Schmaden no good, and clock's gonna run out here. You also have to feel for Eric Patterson, a guy who I know pretty well, grinded all season long and earned his spot in the rotation, playing some really gritty defense, and in his last game as a Panther. Panthers are going to lose here, 66-58. Your final.
Tough way for the season to end. They battled hard. They just got down too much in the first half. They only gave up 20 points in the second half, I believe.
It's definitely a battle in half two.
You know, they could have played in the first half like they did in the second.
A tough 10-4 in the first half. Just let Brookfield East get out ahead.
Yep.
Well, for one last time this season on OCA Media, we say Panther basketball is brought to you by Doopy Service Center, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Parenting is Hard, we're here to help. And by the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, be a part of something great, support our student athletes.
All right, one last time, Panther fans, listen up. Our very own Luke Marks will be featured as part of one of the voices of Panther Sports on Oregon Life, March 5th, airing at 9 a.m. right here in OCA Media. Sunday morning, Luke's birthday. Tune in. He does such a wonderful job. He'll be back next year doing these games. Looking forward to that season. Excited to see what the new players can do.
Braden Hermsdorf, a lot of these guys returning. Absolutely. Still plenty of returning players. Now I'm going to give a little bit, maybe a longer spiel here at the end of this for this season. Just the most enjoyable time I've had up here. Panthers a great season, finishing the regular season at 15-7. Then here, lost versus Brookfield East. But, just so proud of all these boys for what they've done. Evan Miles, Casey Schenecker, Eric Patterson, along with all the rest of these seniors. I'm so happy to be a part of this Panther family and all these guys that have the great season they have. I'm so thankful for all of my coworkers here at OCA Media, my guy Corbin Graff alongside me, Owen George doing the camera, Jordan Hake doing camera, Paul Zwicker, Tom Kirchdorfer, Josiah Wamfler, our producer, Frank Caruso, and anybody who I forgot. Just thank all you guys for everything you've given me here. And to you fans, thank you guys for everything, all the support you've given me this season. And I'll be back for another great one next season. Jackson, thank you for joining me. Brady Taylor, who's just left, thank him for joining me. DC Jensen. I did not get to work with Mike Stapleman this year, but hopefully next year I'll get to work with him. Tim Higgins worked with me for a game. Just thank you guys, everyone up here, for supporting me and supporting us over here at OCA Media for what we do. And for one last time this season, on behalf of the OCA Media Sports Production Crew, myself, Luke Marks, Jackson Brockman, and Corbin Graff, thank you for watching Panther Basketball on OCA Media Sports. Great season for the guys, and for one last time, have a good night, everyone.